Earthsavers Movement Uganda chapter was formed in 1997. That is when Ronald Lusinge and myself, speaking together with Moses Serwada and Haruna Walusimbi, we went to the Philippines and we were attending the International Earth Day Festival and the Summit that was in the Marikina city of Metro Manila at the invitation of Earthsavers Movement Uganda chapter. We won the festival, Uganda won the festival, and we were designated as global ambassadors representing Africa. In order to fit within that very new title, we decided to form an NGO akin to the very institution that invited us, and that's what gives rise to Earthsavers Movement Uganda chapter. The thinking then was that we were making a chapter of the other institution. But of course, we registered as an independent NGO then. A number of things happened in between. So what we have today is a company limited by guarantee. Now, that is one of the local organizations here who are doing a lot of work within the areas of extractives, chemical management, sustainable development, sustainable agriculture, climate change, and in issues of extractives. Our not so many years in the field has availed us a lot of experience which we have now accumulated in these very areas, to the effect that we have been the alternate chair of the Civil Society Coalition of Oil and Gas in Uganda that was formed to pioneer, to galvanize civil society responses on how the oil and gas sector was developing. We have been the alternate chair of Publish What You Pay Uganda, rising to becoming the chair of Publish What You Pay Uganda, and you all know what Publish What You Pay does internationally. We are part of many other movements, including the CSO, GFCSO network. We are part of the RegLab, and so many other institutions trying to amplify voices, because within our objects, the most important thing that we have is to promote judicious use of natural resources in balance with many other aspects to make sure that at the end of it all, we attain sustainable development. And above all, we also network global institutions and networks for local action in the Ugandan setting. Why we formed the Ugandan chapter, this was to be the fulcrum of how we could actually extend the engagement across Africa. So this being a chapter meant that actually we are supposed to create other chapters. With resource constraints, we've not been able to do that, but now I think as we are stabilizing, this is where we want to move right now. We are very grateful to the support we have attained from our partners, and most importantly, the Open Society Initiative for Eastern Africa, who have made us realize our dreams, what we have been looking for quite a long time. To this effect, we have been able to implement now about 3 projects in Karamoja. The first project we implemented was contract monitoring for the extractive industry in Moroto, which we did with resounding success. And that one has led us to actually also obtain another funding of the project we're implementing right now, which is on extractives and sustainable livelihoods, because we wanted to link extractives and sustainable livelihoods. What is certainly true is that wherever you find the extractive industry, wherever it is, you find the rich poor people who own the resources, but at the end of it all, they remain poor. And this is something we wanted to actually close, and to close that very gap. And with the little contribution we are making on ground, I think we are almost there. We have implemented a number of projects, like drought-resistant crop production in Moroto. We have implemented a project on community monitoring for the use of pesticides in Hoima, and there are many things coming up. Of course, our interest is to move the institution to another level, to operate as they can retire, to expand regionally, because the kind of experiences we have amassed with the little work we have done is good enough to be replicated in other settings, in other countries. And we believe that that is actually the way to go. Today, the world faces very many challenges, and actually those are all evidenced with the hitherto Millennium Development Goals and the successor of the Sustainable Development Goals. We believe these are very good goals, but without understanding, without a closer analysis of why the Millennium Development Goals fail, we believe it becomes hard for you to attain the Sustainable Development Goals. That linkage, what makes things fail? The goals are good, but the practice can actually fail us. So we need to re-examine ourselves, whether this is what we want to do and how we want to do it. Where have we gone wrong? What is it that must actually be done in order for us to attain the same? Our commitment is for real because climate change is a very big issue today. We have the COPs, there are many COPs which have been organized, the Conference of Parties, but each time it is a matter of conference and conferences, but with no resounding success on the ground. As climate change is really becoming it is coming in with very disastrous effects on the local setting. Meetings alone cannot help. The time is now for us to translate all that we discuss into action. This is the link that Earthsavers Movement Uganda chapter wants to close. And because of this, we want to take on a regional approach in the way things are done.